Good Thursday morning. Of course, today is July 9th, and it's time to do an in-depth weather forecast. So hold on, we're going to cover a lot of bases this morning and get in depth. Quick look at the big picture stuff. The last 12 hours, Luke, going to put that in motion, and you'll see well we've had, of course, some showers and thunderstorms yesterday. Had that upper level low pressure area that now is moving off the coast of the Carolinas into Atlantic Ocean, which also had a surface low pressure area. That really helped to generate a good bit of showers and thunderstorms in our area yesterday. Some of you got a couple inches of rainfall, especially east of the Columbus area and Phoenix City and south of our area. Not expecting that much coverage today. Got a little band of showers that's already formed this morning just west of Montgomery and southwest Alabama, and that's associated with a little wave of energy that's going through there. Current look satellite radar, mostly in our area, the Columbus area, just more showers, more clouds, high thin clouds. Out to the west, you see that band of showers and storms right through that area there. Take a look at what happened yesterday as far as the highs and stuff. 89 degrees was the high yesterday, normal, 92 degrees. 103, of course, was the record. And I said, the rainfall, like some of you got over 2 inches of rain just to our east. Expect the day to be a little warmer today. Let's take a look at exactly what happened. Rainfall potential. A couple areas around the area that I highlighted around Hamilton, just south of Hamilton, around 2 inches of rain. Auburn, Opelika area, you didn't get too much, just 0.03 of an inch. Eufaula, 0.40 hundredths of an inch. Casita, over 2 inches of rain. Also, like I said, east of the Columbus area, so you had some good showers, good downpours. In Americas, 1.2 inches. Not expecting a lot of rainfall like that today. Main reason why, because we've lost a little bit of the moisture in the atmosphere. We've really been high in moisture content, what we call PW, precipitable water amount, over 2 inches, and probably set some records on that. And now we've got some drier air, which I'll show you in a little bit, that is worked in. But still plenty of moisture around, just not as much moisture as we have normally had. Quick look at the weather headlines. Like I said, showers and thunderstorms, of course, during the peak heating of the day, but less coverage than what we've been seeing the last few days. Then, of course, we'll be cranking up the heat. We'll be highs in the middle 90s, low to middle 90s, but the big thing about that is the heat index and the heat indices will be close to 105 this week and this weekend, so be careful if you're out there. Of course, if you're out there for long periods of time, wear light colors, drink plenty of liquids. Now taking a look at the water vapor, and you can see them talking about the drier air. Those oranges and reds and brown have worked themselves into our area, and that is helping to get less moisture. Of course, the water vapor is measuring the water amount at the top of the atmosphere, not at the bottom. Infrared satellite, complex of showers and thunderstorms, of course, over the plains. This is normal for this time of year. MCS and MCS making its way into this pattern, called this a northwest flow pattern. Especially this weekend, we'll have to watch for complexes to work it down into the southeast, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. Right now, it's kind of hard to predict those this many days out. Also, off the side of the coast right here, that's where the low pressure area is currently now, just north of Cape Hatteras and east of it. We expect this to have a good potential of developing to another tropical storm. We'll get to that. Large dome of high pressure you see out over the Arizona, New Mexico, and western Texas panhandle. This right here will start the bake. Really, really high temperature expected later on this week. I'm pretty sure watching the news, you'll hear about that. We're talking about highs 115 to 120 potentially in some of those desert locations. Dangerous heat. So you'll hear about that, I can guarantee you, later on this weekend. What that means for us, of the southeast, the pattern right here, this sets up what we call a northwest pattern. And this northwest pattern is a very active and infamous pattern for complexes of thunderstorms working their way out of the plains, following what we call like a theta E ridge, which is really just a rich energy band, theta E. And that will work itself into the southeastern United States. As I said earlier, kind of hard to time exact locations and spots, but I can guarantee you there will be several impulses that will work their way down this weekend, Saturday and Sunday into the weekend. Even though we might have 30-40% chance, that will be fine-tuned depending on exactly where those complex of storms go. Of course, some of those storms will be strong to severe weather possible, even though we ain't talking about it yet. I've talked about it a lot, but that is a possibility this weekend in through the southeastern United States. It's just real hard to time out those impulses. For your Thursday, like I said, the main impulse of energy is now that brought us all the showers and storms for the past several days in Alabama and Georgia has finally started to work itself off the North Carolina coast. As I said earlier, that has potential to turn into a tropical system. This is the heat ridge, the heat dome that's going to bake in the southwest. And I mean, you actually probably could cook out there for the next couple of days. Take an egg, put it on the highway or something like that. It will be that hot out there. So you travel out to the west and got loved ones, check on them this weekend. It will be a burner, telling the truth, even by their standards, talking about record highs. And you know, if they're talking about potential records, you know it's going to be pretty hot. Like Thursday, like I said, moisture still around, just not as much moisture we had before. So more of the typical average scattered showers and thunderstorms. Of course, you know, some of these storms could be strong, but not really seeing a lot of energy in the atmosphere for that, which is, of course, CAPE, convective available potential energy. For the tropical potential, this has been a very active and abnormal year so far. This could be the 6th named storm, and we're just in the middle of July, barely in the middle of July, really not even that. We're looking at possible tropical storm Faye that will form off the east coast of North Carolina, work itself into the northeastern U.S., so it will affect the northeastern states. Main threats will be gusty winds. This won't achieve hurricane status with some, but also could bring, you know, like rip currents, some storm surge issues to some of the low-lying areas. Also heavy rainfall, but like I said, this expects to form into possible a tropical storm or a subtropical storm later on today, and that will be the 6th named storm of the year, which, like I said, this is the most storms we've ever had since National Hurricane Center started keeping records. But also, I think in the past we've probably had storms like this. Now we have such better sensing equipment out there that we're able to sense these storms and pick them up. I guarantee you, in the past, before, we probably had active seasons like this, but we just did not have the technology to you know, go out there and pick those storms up and stuff. Matter of fact, after that storm, there's actually a chance, and some of the models, not all of them, about another tropical system developing in the Gulf of Mexico. That's on down, and we'll see. That's just some of the models, what they're looking at right now. That could form, could not, but that would be even more crazy. We're talking, that'd be like 6 or 7. That'd be the 7th named storm. Looking at the named storms, like I said, we've already had Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, and now the next one will be Faye, probably forming later on today. Closer to home, let's take a quick look at what the map looks like across the U.S. right now. You like I say, got a weak cool front, I'm gonna call it, draped across the southeast. Focus for some showers and storms. Low pressure area moving off a weak high pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, and a thermal low. Really see that low pressure over Arizona and California. You get them a lot in the desert time during this time of the year when when constantly days of hot air rising. This actually makes a, they would call a thermal low, and that's what that is right there. Also low pressure area, which is normal, with a pretty much a dry line through Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Typical this year. Of course, dry line has much drier dew points on the left side, but they move back and forth during the daytime and nighttime, and that helps to initiate thunderstorms and stuff. And a complex of storms, of course, over Kansas. Like I said, northwest pattern making its way down. True cold front well to the north. This is in Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, with some showers and thunderstorms. That would be your best chance for any severe weather. And of course, off the eastern seaboard, that's where that low pressure area will try to get its act together. Now we're going to take a look at some models, so just bear with me. We're going to go in depth with these models. This is, of course, the frontal feature right here over the southeast. Like I said, some General Mills showers and thunderstorms. Nothing too strong, nothing severe we expect. Now this pattern kind of changes now on Friday. Now you see we're going to get a pattern where storms are going to flow out of the northwest. This is what I was talking about, the northwest flow pattern that will be moving from Missouri, Kentucky, showers and storms through. And that's what we'll have to watch out for this weekend, is complexes of storms. You see on Saturday, it's trying to give a signal of some showers and storms, and possible a MCS moving out of Tennessee, Arkansas, moving into Mississippi, Alabama, and even more especially into Georgia for Sunday and Sunday night, moving through Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. So the models are giving hints at a couple MCSs this weekend moving through. Like I said, we'll have to fine tune that. If that does happen, some of these will be strong to severe, gusty winds, large hail, and a lot of lightning, of course. So just beware about that. Quickly, we're looking at another model. This right here, the model is going to be the HRR, the HRR model, and this is for today. Showers and storms, not much since 2 o'clock. Not many storms to predict. 30 to 40% covered around our area. You see them, like I said, you do get wet again. It won't last long. And of course, you get some heavy rainfall. And of course, could be a couple claps of lightning and thunder, as always. And if you do, see lightning or hear thunder, make sure you go indoors because potential of being struck by lightning. And lightning is a lead killer. Like I said, it's a big time killer, especially in the summertime with everybody being out so much. This is another one of our models. This is the Barron model, about showers and thunderstorms that showed earlier. It's about 30 to 40% cover, so the models are pretty close on that right there. Not far off on that. Friday, much the same. A little bit less coverage right here is showing for this model right here. And like I said, in the future forecast, maybe do it again tomorrow for Saturday and Sunday, and we'll see what it has on it. This model is we're going back to the same model, but this one right here, we have lightning. When you see the yellow blobs, and you'll see what I'm talking about, that's where it's picking up lightning. And of course, this is for Thursday PM, right around Macon. So most of the storms that we've got in our area are not going to be a prolific lightning producers. Could have some showers and thunderstorms in the area, but not much lightning in the area, which is probably indicative of the Cape. Cape values are not expected to be too high for this time of the year. We're talking about 2 or 3 o'clock today, and just 1,000 joules per kilogram of energy, which is enough to get a strong thunderstorm, possibly a strong thunderstorm, but they can get much higher than that. So let you know the atmosphere is not terribly unstable. Still got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and a lot of times these tropical air mass thunderstorms do not produce a lot of lightning. They're the best thing. They're beneficial at doing flash flooding rains because there's so much moisture in the atmosphere, and that kind of keeps back the chance of severe weather. Highs today around this area, upper 80s to lower 90s for most of us, but the heat index values, of course, will make it feel much warmer. With heat index values in 95, right around 95. Lows tonight in the 70s for most of us. Day planner, not a bad day today. Like I said, showers and thunderstorms later on during the afternoon hours. Patchy dense fog in the morning hours should have already burnt out by now, and we'll go to partly cloudy skies before we get more of those puffy cumulus clouds starting to build up and create some of the storms. Beach forecast, you're heading down there this weekend, much better than what it was last weekend. Showers and thunderstorms. Of course, we had that low pressure area that was moving through the Gulf of Mexico. Also, make sure if you do go there to make sure you watch out for rip currents and stuff. Right now, some of the areas moderate to high as we speak, but of course that will change. So if you're heading down there, make sure you pay attention to the rip currents. And if you are caught in a rip current, remember to swim perpendicular to the rip current. Don't try to go north and south, because you can swim out of the rip current. If they said even if you're a strong swimmer, you can be taken back. Very dangerous on the beach at this time is rip currents. Generally, if you see different colors in the water, that lets you know that there's a underlying jet that will take you back out into the open ocean. 8-day forecast, like I said, about a 40% chance of rain today, a little bit about the same for tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday it goes down, but don't be fooled. Like I said, there will be complexes of storms moving through the southeast right now. It's just trying to time them out. So I know we've got 20 and 30%, but some of you could get wet, and some strong severe thunderstorms are possible for certain areas. Like I said, one thing I can guarantee though, like I said, we will crank up the heat this weekend as heat index will be close to 105. Thank you for watching, and hopefully it's good in-depth weather for you.